Hey, it's the Abstractionist. I did not fall off with that challenge. I totally did fall off with this challenge. So it's day 3. So essentially, I was doing this tarot challenge like 5 days, and I was gonna start a new challenge on the 6th. I said, "Fuck it, I don't feel like doing this shit right no more." So, I've just been in a slump. I stopped Pilates, Enter Red Room. You already know I canceled day 4, and day 5, day 4 through whatever has not commenced either. So there's that. So day 3, essentially the challenge said reverse the card and then like talk about it. So I was reading something on my Instagram and it was talking about life and death aren't opposites because they're part of existence. Non-existence would be the opposite of those two. And so with the death reverse, it's kind of like non-existence. You die because you existed. You died because you lived. And so it's just another form of existence. Now, I have my own personal fears, concerns, requests of dying. But it is kind of beautiful to know that, like, okay, people are dying, meaning that you can't sit with them and talk with them, you know, whatever anymore. If you're a medium or you believe in mediumship, that means you most likely still have grief, but you can perhaps talk to them if you're into that. If you're not, then you're like, bitch, get to the point. But to know that someone has lived their life and to know that they existed, right? Like sometimes in like the world, and I do have to get out of this, I think, as a Leo moon, but just the way that we set shit up right now is that we have to be like on 1,000% doing the damn thing every day. And like nobody wants to die in vain, and that in vain is kind of like you weren't recognized in your life. No one remembers you when you die because you didn't write books and stuff like that. This is particularly true if perhaps you were homeless, you were like transient, perhaps like you may not have family ties anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Or if you do have family, but you didn't achieve this like big momentous thing, like did your life even matter? And I think we are coming to a space, I don't think we fully recognize it. I think that existing is beautiful because we're all going to die, but existing is really beautiful because it's a really cool thing to like sit here and watch YouTube, like enjoy that stuff while you can. It's a cool thing to look at YouTube. It's a cool thing to go out for coffee. It's a good thing to like smell perfume. It's a good thing because that is fleeting, one. But then two, the other side of it could be that you just never existed at all. Like you just never existed. There was no you. There was no me. There was no laptop, YouTube, no, like things die because they've lived. And I don't know, it's kind of like an honor to just be here. Shit's hard enough as it is, but it is an honor to just like be here and do things. But I do think, I'll add to this, I do think that people do take the, we're here, we should just exist and we shouldn't aim for, like we shouldn't feel pressure to achieve things. I think that that's true. I think that we shouldn't try to rush ourselves. But I do think in our lifetimes that we've had so many people in societies across the globe for millennia who did not get to achieve things. And I think if you're living in this time period and you can achieve things, if you can start a business, if you can write that book, if you can make that song and like play it at your local art gallery or some shit like that, I don't know, like do it, because you're not going to be in this time period forever unless you deal with like time looping and time travel and shit like that. I ain't talking about that. But if you exist now, you're living now, then I say go for it. So yeah, that's day 3 about the death card. It's kind of sad if you did not exist at all, but then again, if you didn't exist at all, it would be quite a neutral thing because you wouldn't exist, and so there's no real partiality towards your existence, and there's no partiality towards you being in existence or asking for your existence, right? If you didn't exist to begin with, no one will be requesting you. I think that sentience and that partiality through experiencing the other is what makes life so special. So there's that. Day 3. I should do day 4 tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.